Welcome back to another Wake Up Humans episode with my man Drew Henderson. How are you, brother?
Man, it's a great Monday. We love a Monday, and today was like none other. Like just busy Monday, Monday after Mother's Day. It was great. How about you?
Yeah, man, it was great. We had Sierra's graduation this weekend. She graduated college, which was great experience for her. The kid's been around the block, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's a powerhouse, man.
That's right. And now she starts chiropractic school in October, so she'll work in my office for a
Oh
couple months, learn a little bit more of the ropes, and start delving into it, man. It's gonna be good.
man, I can't wait to see what she does when she gets in school and just hear the stories because
Yeah.
I know we can ask some other students and they may not they'll sugarcoat it a little,
Right.
but Sierra give us the straight up word, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's been around it, man. She's been around it, and she's been denied certain things and persevered through it, and she's very mature. So I'm not worried about her.
No, no, not worried one bit about her. I just want to know because she thinks so much like we do already before she's
Yeah,
even a student.
right.
So I want to get. It's almost like we're back in school through her.
That's one way to look at it. That's one
You
way to
know.
look at it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. With we're getting to live through her. Tell us how your classes are.
Yeah. Yeah.
How's
Right.
parking? Parking will always suck.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully, she says, "Who cares?" Right? Who
Yeah,
else parking? Who
because it
cares?
don't matter. It's
I'm fine.
always been terrible. Yeah, it's
It's all
always been
relative.
terrible. It don't matter when you're accustomed to speaking in front of the Senate about freedom of health choices when it comes to vaccinations, like she is as a what? Maybe she is 16, 15. No parking is not a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah. No fear. No fear, man.
No, she's got her idea fixe,
Good
her
stuff.
definite major purpose in her mind.
Say that
Yeah, you
again.
know, I was thinking too, the we see, you know, you do too. We see a lot of kids and babies, and we see a lot of older people. It's wild that some older people have not been told about chiropractic until up in their 60s, 70s, 80s.
I had an 84-year-old woman pull me in a room today because I'm taking care of a lot of snowbirds here, right? So now they're looking for chiropractors where they're moving to. And that's pretty challenging sometimes, bro, and
Hmm.
disheartening. They're like, well, I want someone like you, which means they want someone who's going to check them, adjust them, and say goodbye. They don't want any of the BS. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And they want the proper intention because they can read through bullshit when they see it. She's off 6 medications in about she started in January, February, March, April, about 4 months of getting
Hmm.
adjusted. And her doctor sat it down. Her bone density got better. She's off 6 medications, and she has one of the worst spines I've ever seen.
Yep.
And I find myself saying this to these people. How many hundreds of doctor's visits have you had up to this point, and not one recommended you to a chiropractor?
Hmm.
And it's, you know what? It's one word, belief. They don't believe in it. That's got to stop.
Yeah, and it's not a faith-based thing. Like it doesn't matter about your belief. Just
Yeah.
just like just like this little box. It's not keys, but if I drop the box, it's gonna fall. I
Every
don't have
time.
to believe it's gonna fall.
Yeah.
It's gonna fall every time.
Yeah. Yeah. And listen, I see it. I get, on these TikToks, you get people, they'll put like a meme of a chicken or a duck or whatever, because I'm a quack, right? They'll put these like
Mhm.
little things. And I'm like, jerk off. Those days are over, man.
Yeah.
Like, chiropractic's mainstream. Get on board, get your family adjusted, or you're fucked one day. You're going to wake up and you have issues that arthritic changes, scoliosis, deterioration, worn out discs, like dried up spines that I see in the office every day now
Yeah.
that could have been prevented. Like, wake up, humans.
I know, and the ones that have woke up, you may remember her, Shirley Davis. She worked in advancement at Life University. She brought in new students, right? And her and Dr. Nail's sister worked together doing that. She still comes in the office every week. She came in
Really?
this morning. Yeah, she's 90 something, and she always brings me memorabilia. She brought me a Life College letter opener today. You know, all kinds of stuff. And
That's
I love it.
awesome.
She like, I don't want you to think I'm just pawning this off on you. Not bring it all. I
Bring
want
it.
it all. And she'll bring T-shirts. but she's in her 90s.
Oh,
She's an ASR Atlas. She knows what she wants. She wants a good toggle. She gets that, and she's good to go.
yeah. And she knows what a toggle is. I mean, if how many people out there can answer that question? What is a toggle? What's your Atlas listing?
Yep. At 90 something years old,
That's awesome.
still drives where she wants to go. She like,
Yeah.
can you look at my wrist? I know you can't do anything for it because the spine's not in my wrist, but can you look at it? Because I was planting some bushes this weekend and I think I strained it.
In her 90s.
Looked at her. I'm like, yeah, I think you strained it. Probably
Yeah.
strained it. And she's
Yeah.
like, that's what I thought. I'm like, yeah, you know, because you're connected.
Yeah. Right
You're
side up.
connected.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's it. And she don't sugarcoat it. She
Nope.
don't like, she like, all right, thank you. And then she walks out with her little pocketbook after
Yep.
leaving me a uh, letter opener that says Life College.
And how does she move her body? How does her body move and work a room?
Yeah. I mean, she walks better than a lot of 40-year-olds I know, you know?
Yeah. That's awesome.
Just comes in. And then on the flip side of that coin, new patient come in, adjusted him, checked him, told him what we do, what we don't do, why we do it, and why we don't do it. He left. He shook my hand. He like, wow, I like this. And then he called me back, or he didn't mean to call. So I just called him back like an hour or so later. I'm like, hey, you called me? He like, yeah, I wanted to tell you. I was putting your number in my phone, but I wanted to tell you now that you called back. I've been to 5 or 6 chiropractors my whole life. I've been adjusted. He's in his 80s. I've been adjusted forever, but I really felt like you knew exactly what you were doing. Like
Yeah.
you went right to what you needed to.
Yeah.
Wasn't where I was hurting, but you went right to where you needed to. You fixed that, and then you sent me on my way. You told me to come
Yeah.
back Wednesday. I'm like, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
It's
we have a guy, he's been handing out my book to people. And it's funny because it seems like these people in Florida read the book. Like they're
yeah,
reading the book and calling, calling, calling. And they're like, I never heard of this before. And I'm like, you're 60 years old. How have you never heard of chiropractic?
yep.
And then you sit and have a conversation with them and they've been through heck in their life, health wise. And
Hmm.
within a couple months or a year, their whole life's going to change just by getting adjusted, by getting clear. It's a no brainer.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. And, I have some decent relationships with other medical professional around here. And we have regularly like PT sending people. We have PTs under care.
Yeah.
We have orthopedists under care. We have surgeons under care because we're not trying to be what we're not.
No.
We're trying to be one thing, and that's a chiropractor. That's it.
Imagine that. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, specialize in your specialty and take care of people and let their lives change.
Yep. And I can hear Dr. Sid right now say we are in a specialized field.
Right.
We're in a specialized field. We detect and correct vertebral subluxations. There's nothing else.
Yeah. It's really amazing how you can adjust somebody. It still bewilders me after 30 years of being involved in this, right?
Hmm.
And their life changes. Because I totally can get how people just don't get it. How
Yeah.
do you crack a back and their heart gets better? How do you crack a back and their lungs? I get it. Sometimes I'm like this, a mother, she told me last week her son was on 2 inhalers. He hasn't used them in 3 months since he's been getting adjusted. She said,
Hmm.
she goes, something is happening. And I'm like, yes. She's
Yep.
like, well, I appreciate you helping him heal. And I'm like, I appreciate the fact that I'm not the healer.
Hmm.
His body's doing it. I'm just going and removing interference. And they leave the building, and I'm like, man, it's how is this happening? I get it. Why people are questioning it.
Yeah. I mean, and I would be lying if I said I didn't question it sometimes too. Like,
Right,
how can I adjust a bone up here and then they start pooping,
right,
or they're not so angry anymore, or they're not
yeah,
beating their wife or the kids, they're not depressed.
yeah, yeah.
It's just mind-boggling the power that is right here.
I had a guy again today. He said, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it. I haven't taken any pills in the past 3.5 weeks. Where he was taking 6 pills a day just to get through the day because his body was so banged up.
Hmm.
And I said, I don't know what I'm doing either. And we laughed. I said, your body's doing the healing, man. And it's really that simple when you realize it. I don't know if in the past, we had egos and people thought we were fixing people. Dude, the
Hmm.
body does the healing. It's like a woman gets pregnant for 9 months. What is creating that human being in the body?
The power that's in it, and that's it.
And that's That's it's like end of story. What else is there to talk about?
Yep.
It's like do that one podcast, send it out to the world. People show up and get adjusted regularly by the chiropractor, their life gets better. That's all they need to know.
Mhm. Yeah, and one of my things I say 100 times a day, what we can't heal anything. The only thing that heals us is that power inside of you. Because if I cut your arm right now, you're gonna heal up. 2
Right.
minutes after you die, if I cut you, no matter what we do to that arm, it's not gonna heal. We put Neosporin in it. I can adjust your dead corpse. You're not gonna heal because that life is not in your body anymore.
Yeah. No more
And
life.
our only job is to find interference in that life because the scientists, everybody says we're dead when we're brain dead. That
Mm,
brain's got a tail. And then we remove that interference so life can function and flow through every part of the body the best it can.
yeah.
And then when we do that, our job's over. And then you heal like you're supposed to.
Right. Right. Right.
It's
And it's so
simple.
true. It's very
It's
simple.
simple.
And people feel the difference, it's when they start getting adjusted. We have a woman who she was away up north for 3 weeks, came back, and she's like, I could clearly feel the difference. Like I'm not sleeping as well. I don't feel as rested. I have less energy. My head's not clear in 3 weeks. And I said, that's
Hmm.
why we never go 3 weeks without an adjustment.
Hmm. Yep.
So your
Yeah, I
body
don't.
will talk to you. Your body will talk to you.
Yeah, listen to it, but it will only tell you good messages and it will tell you correct messages when you're clear.
Yeah.
If you've not
Yeah.
ever been adjusted, you're not under chiropractic care, you can't trust what your body's saying because it's being perverted.
Well, that word trust is such a big word, bro. I mean, to
Hmm.
trust a doctor, let alone our own body these days, is challenging.
Yeah, it's and that's man, that's such a big thing too. Like you just said, trust. We have to trust the body's innate wisdom when we deliver an adjustment that it's gonna take that adjustment and do with it what it needs to, and that body is gonna revivify.
That's right.
I
That's right.
love revivification. Love
It's a
that
great
word.
word. That's a great word, man.
It is.
That's a
It is.
great word.
You
Ha,
know,
absolutely.
and I can hear Dr. Sid saying it right now.
The way he said it too in that southern voice, man.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
It's I
great
miss
thing.
that man.
Yeah. Listen, I had on my desk today at the office, I had Meadowlands experience sitting there. And I'm like, is it weird that we revere this old man? Like, I look at his picture on the book cover. I don't idolize anybody, but it's a reverence.
Yeah.
Everything he went through and did, and his perseverance and his commitment to the profession, that was insurmountable. The things he did.
Mhm. Yeah, and the resistance that he faced, all the resistance, man, and even now there's resistance to the ideology that he was pushing. That there is
Yeah.
a lasting purpose lifestyle of giving, loving, serving, doing with no expectation of return.
Yep.
Everybody wants something back.
Right.
Not
Right.
Dr. Sid, not
Right.
Dr. Sid.
Right.
The power that made the body heals the body.
But Sid understood that there was a principle out there that, you put it out there, it's going to come back to you. He was
Mhm.
no dummy. Sid wasn't living in poverty. He
Mm-mm.
wasn't living in lack. He never missed a meal. You listen to old stories. He went through hell. He had to fight for it. He had to earn it. It wasn't handed to him. He didn't
Mm-mm.
wake up one day and he was one of the top five wealthiest people in the state of Georgia. He had to go through a lot of nervous breakdowns and fights and arguments and illness to overcome because of the amount of stress he put on himself because he had such a big vision.
Mhm.
Now
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah, and his vision, it started with just throwing a knife into a tree.
Persistence.
Yeah, persistence alone. And,
Yeah.
he told me before he passed, he just reminiscing about his childhood. He said they had like a plate for the family, and after they ate, they would feed the dog in the same plate, and then they'd go wash it.
I never heard that one.
Yeah, yeah. That's and this is when he was just a young boy. He said I was 5 or 6.
But see, that inbred in him a hunger to learn and get around people and gain
Mhm,
knowledge.
mhm,
The problem is if everything is handed to people, and I think, you got kids that come out of school that want to work their ass off and work, and then some that want to come out and work part time and make a living and
yep,
just make a lot of money. They don't want to, I met a kid and he's been out for 3 years and I don't know, he's on an executive team. They're opening offices and the kid's never practiced and he's
mhm,
telling people how to practice. I'm like, how the hell are you doing that? You've done nothing. You've done
No.
nothing. It's like teaching someone to fight. You never been punched in the head. I'm like, we need the warriors that have been grinding, which is like that's our age group now. I've been at it 30 years.
Yeah,
You know,
it's crazy.
We were just at Sherman, man, and I'm looking at these kids. They were little kids. So some of them looked like they didn't even hit puberty. And I'm like, you're gonna be a damn doctor in 3.5 years.
It's wild, man. It's wild. Like we are becoming the elders of the profession.
We're there, bro. It's our calling now to give back and teach. We have to
Yeah,
teach. We have to
yeah.
be present for these kids. And anyone listening to this, you know, people say they want to get involved. How do you get involved? Let's get on campus. Let's
Hmm.
share. Let's talk philosophy, talk green books. I was telling the kids, I bought Sierra 3 green books in the bookstore. And the smart ones came up to me afterward with a pen and paper and said, "What are those books? What 3 did you buy her?"
Hmm.
That's very wise. They're thinking, okay, what 3 green books would Steve buy his daughters?
Yeah.
And they wrote them down, So now if they go get them, they read them, question them, argue them, talk about them, expand on them. That's where the growth comes, man.
Yeah, and and if you've got your own family and you're trying just like you think you're spread pretty thin, maybe you can't get on campus, but you can share this video. You can share the mission that's going on, and when you get to a different season in your life, you can step up.
Right. Well, think how easy it is today with technology. If you had a group that was really interested and they said, "Hey, what we have some questions. Can we get together on a Zoom call for a half hour and throw some questions at you?" We
Yep.
used to have to pile into vans. I've got coming up this weekend. I'm going up to New Beginnings
Hmm.
to share. And part of me feels really bad. It's my Canes baseball team won this weekend, so they're heading towards the state championship. So the first game is Friday at 4 o'clock. They win that, they're in the state championship Saturday. So I was supposed to be Saturday, and Jim Dubell's being really gracious, and he's moving me to Friday morning at 8:30, right? So I can get up there, speak, and I literally gonna walk up stage, jump in the car, and go to the airport. Like I've never done that in my life, and I hate to be that guy, but I'm gonna be that guy this weekend because I'm not missing his. I'll get off the plane and I got a half hour to get to the field.
It's important to be there.
It's important to
You
be
know,
there, but it's also
God, family,
important.
chiropractic.
But the commitment I made to Jim and his program in school, we would fill up vans to drive up to New Jersey to go to New Beginnings to hear Sigafus and these guys speak.
Hmm.
Anywhere they were, we tried to go. It was no holding back, trying to get close to like what can we learn, and then get close to them to ask questions in the hallway or in the foyer, or if they were sitting at a table, just go stand by them and build a relationship. That's where I learned everything.
Yeah, and it's wild when you talk about building a relationship. Like we knew these people intimately. We knew them.
Yeah,
We have had supper with them. We cried with them. They cried with us. We've laughed with them so much we started crying. But it
yeah,
was just because of that gnawing desire to learn and always
right,
be around and show up and show up and show up
yeah,
over and over and over. And then they're like, "You're one of us. Come here, son. Let's go.
that's right,
Let's
that's
go."
right. I remember doing a mission trip to Panama and sitting with Joe Accurso by the pool. They did a philosophy night. And I hung out with the Curso that entire week and the conversations we had. And Sigafus.
Hmm.
One night, Sigafus grabbed the bottle of tequila. He goes, "Come on, take a walk with me." And we walked 2 blocks and we sat on a curb and talked for about 2.5 hours.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
and I would never share stories and things he shared with me. I mean, it was like amazing when he said, "This is what your future's looking like, and here's what you need to avoid. Here's where I made mistakes." It was deep. It was deep.
Yep.
But if I didn't have that relationship and I wasn't present, I wouldn't have had those conversations.
And he didn't send you an invoice later.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't send you an invoice. And
No.
every bit of that, it all counts. Even
Right.
those little conversations, it all builds to the bigger umbrella conversation of
Right.
life,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know?
It's a blessing, man. And you know what? And we share these stories now on something like this called a podcast that didn't exist back then. Because you don't have to jump on a plane, go to another country and hang out with me. You can
Mm-mm.
listen to this and build a semi relationship. But then if you're smart, you're going to jump on a plane and come to Atlanta this summer to DE and then stop us in the hallway.
Yep.
And instead of disappearing and going to bed or going to get drunk at the bar, say, "Hey, can we talk tonight?" And grab some friends together and have a conversation and start to absorb
Hmm.
where your life's going to be in 25 years.
Yeah. Yeah. And at D, everybody's got to eat. It's like, hey, What are you doing for lunch? Can we go get lunch together?
Yeah.
Yes, let's go. Let's go. The answer is always yes. Let's go.
And again, it doesn't even have to be you and me. There's so many people there. Some people that aren't even on stage speaking that
No,
I could point to and be like, go talk to him, go talk to her,
yeah.
go
Go
ask them
see,
4 questions.
Mindy Weingarten.
A gem,
Yeah,
total
and
gem.
she won't sugarcoat it either.
One of the strongest chiropractors, period, that I know. And it doesn't matter that she's a female chiropractor. She's a damn chiropractor that's killed it for
Yep.
many years and owns the principle that people should be talking to.
Yeah, and
And
just
she
keeps
doesn't want to
cranking.
be on the stage. She
No,
maybe once every like year and a half, she'll let us put her up there. And then she's like, nope, no more.
yeah,
She
we'll
should be up
ask
there
her,
every time.
and she was like, "No, I'm not doing it," and then she'll just walk off.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
She's
and it doesn't even have to be a chiropractor. Look at Vinny Scarpino, like
powerhouse.
married to one of the biggest givers and lovers in chiropractic, Darcy Anderson. But Vinny, man, he knows this principle better than a lot of chiropractors do.
I had two pivotal conversations at DE this past DE in Clearwater. And one of them people need to get to know because she's quiet. She does her own thing, is Anna Hughes. We sat and had a conversation that was pivotal to me. And
Mhm.
then 5 days later I get a book emailed in the mail to me from her that I'm working through really slow now. It was like that moment came together and it was like boom. And another one was shucks, what's his name? He's spoken on the Band of Brothers, tall, slim guy. Remember, he passed out at one of the meetings when I showed the Braveheart video. He's a stud, gem.
Gielan,
Joe Geelan.
yeah.
He heard me talking about something. He came up to me at breakfast, stopped me. He goes, "This is what I heard you say. This is what you need to do." And he said it. I'm not going to say it. And then he just walked away. And I was like, boom,
Mhm.
like innate has spoken.
Yep. Yep. They're powerful. And just to even go deeper with that, how important it is to be at DE. How long have you known Anna Hughes? 30.
She was my chiropractic school roommate.
Yeah. And y'all still pour into each other and
Oh, yeah.
still have walls broken down. I'm getting chills, dude.
Yeah.
Have walls broken down
Yeah.
after 30 years without
Yeah.
even trying to. Like, boom, new level, new level.
Yeah, I've known her over 30 years, bro. That's scary. And
Mhm.
it's not a fluffy it's solid, man. Like she'll text me thinking of you. You okay? I'm like, not really. We jump on a call. 10 minutes later, I feel much better.
Yeah.
Thank you, Anna. Well, Stevie, I love you. Just, I'm in West Bygone here, but I think about you all the time. She means it. Now,
Yeah.
here's the funny thing is every name we're talking about is a pure principal chiropractor with no bullshit in their office that have
Mm-mm.
made a shitload of money, successful, built an amazing life about around one thing, and that's adjusting people. And people need to understand you could do it too. You just got to own the principle, and every single one of these people own the principle.
Yeah, and they want to give back to people.
Yeah,
They're looking for ways to give back. But
yeah.
if you're not there, they can't give back.
They don't know what to give. They don't know
No.
what to give. I got a person who came to DE, disappeared, joined a big program, spent tens of thousands of dollars, woke up 5 years later miserable. Is coming back to DE.
That's awesome.
Like he basically said, I lost my heart, I lost my purpose, I lost my vision, I became mechanical, I hated chiropractic. I'm back at DE. After two DEs, he's like, his practice is transformed again. And he says that it's saving me tens of thousands of dollars.
Hmm.
I'm like, well, we told you that before, but you had to figure it out.
Yeah. Right. You can lead a horse to water, can't make him drink. And
Yep.
there is endless fountain at the
Paul Blumsack's another one, man. Today's his birthday. Did you know that?
who?
Paul Blumsack,
No, I'll text him in a minute. Love Blumsack.
man, one of the strongest dudes I've ever met, and he's just quiet, shows up.
Yeah.
Like, I love getting adjusted by Paul Blumsack, man. The guy's an artist, and it's like, how many tens of thousands of hands has he had on people? It's funny because my new doc that's training with me now, I was out of town Thursday afternoon, so I was flying to Georgia for Sierra's graduation. So she was there by herself, right? So you come back and there's two people kind of upset. And I'm like, you did nothing wrong. I've
Mm,
adjusted hundreds of thousands of people. You're
mhm.
just starting, right? There's going to be certain things. That's why we're here. That's what we're going to work on. And you have to like have 10,000 hours of communication, adjusting hours. There's so much that goes into it to be quote unquote successful. And I've
Yep.
been doing this, you've been doing this for over 30 years. I'm still learning, still training, still sharpening the sword, which is why I still go to DE, which is why I go in the hallway with Beth Zog and watch her adjusting and work on my adjusting. I'm not gonna say I got it. I'm always looking to do something better or add something to my adjustment, my torque, my technique, my analysis. It's
Hmm.
never ending. It's such a beautiful thing.
It is. And Beth, she will be working like a little like a little machine, just knocking it out of the park in high heels.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, take the shoes off.
Like, how do you do that?
Yeah,
But she just, you can see her when somebody lays down, like her whole body changes.
yeah.
She just like her face changes. She's there to clear out, to clear.
That's it, 100%, man. So, now listen, so we pour ourselves into this. You and I get together and have these conversations. People are listening, people are showing up. We saw Jenna sent us a whole thing about how all the social media stuff is blowing up, it's growing.
Yeah.
It's just for one reason. It's for this profession, man. It's why I'm going
Hmm.
to fly in Thursday afternoon, get up early, speak, do my due diligence. Hopefully, God brings a great message through that the people need to hear. Hopefully, people show up early in the morning. I was supposed to speak Saturday afternoon. So, but it's also, you can only do the best you can, and the message never changes.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like this little schedule change up there, I know God's sovereign in it all. This is exactly what needs to happen
And that's the best way to look at it, man.
because the guy or the gal that's there Friday morning, they may not be there Saturday afternoon, and we know how many times that at DE people's life have changed or even been saved
Literally,
because they heard a
literally,
message, literally.
literally, bro.
Yeah. So thank goodness, thank the Lord that your time changed
Amen.
for whatever reason.
And that's a principle that we've learned by being around like-minded people that
Yeah.
help us through those times, man. So I love and appreciate you, pal. You know it.
Yeah. Love
Everything
y'all
you've
too,
done.
man. So happy for Sierra.
Yeah,
You give my best to Tammy and tell her happy Mother's Day.
will do, pal. And we still got to get her on the podcast when the time's appropriate. She keeps saying, "You haven't had me on yet." I'm like, I know.
I'll lean into her hard. We got to get her on here.
All right, my man. Love you, bro. Have a
Yeah.
good night. And
Love
everybody
y'all.
listening, God bless you. Share the message. Out.